So you've been very open about some of the trauma stuff, and I know a lot of our listeners and our patients, and when they look at other people that are survivors, and they feel like it's easier said than done. What has it done for you to be open about what you've experienced, and what would you say to them?
You know, when I came out about my situation when I was like 18, for me, I didn't realize how many people went through what I went through. Like you really don't know. That's why you can't really get an actual number when it comes to, where they have those numbers like, oh, 1 in 4, 1 in 5. You actually really can't get a great number, not a great number, but a number when it comes to domestic violence because so many people hide it. I
Mm-hmm.
hid it for a whole year as best as I could. Actually pretty great. A lot of people did not know. Like I hid it from a lot of the people closest to me because I felt like it's a cycle. And like, I don't like to judge other people, especially now because I know what I went through. It's a cycle. You go through it over.
Do you regret hiding it, or did it make sense at the time?
It made sense at the time because I knew I wasn't ready to go anywhere. I knew I wasn't ready to leave and I didn't want to get everybody else around me emotions involved. And like, I didn't want, actually, you know what? As sad as it sounds, I didn't want anybody to look at him and be
Mm.
like, that is a terrible person because I knew I wasn't leaving yet. And I was like, I don't want people to get involved in their emotions because they love me. And obviously they're going to want to be there for me and help me get out of it. But I know I'm not getting out yet. I
Mm.
don't want to involve other people. So I mean, like I was for good reason, I guess in a way.
Did you feel bad for him, like a Stockholm syndrome?
I felt I felt like he needed help.
Mm.
And I was like, why would I put this person possibly in jail when he probably just needed help? And I didn't want to be the person to do that. I actually never did it. The
Wow.
last straw that had happened, my dad came into town and woke me up at 7 in the morning the next day. He was like, I'm gonna take you to like the courthouse and we'll file like a restraining order. And I was like, I don't need it. And he was like, you don't need it. I was
Do you
like,
regret that?
he didn't bother me that much after.
Okay.
But you know what? If a sense to me, like possibly because I don't know what happened to anybody after me.
Mm.
So
That,
it's like there's still that guilt there.
yeah.
Like, I've never heard anything after that, but it's like you never know. Like the one choice I could have made could have saved somebody else from going through what I went through. So
That's
there
interesting.
is still that like regret sometimes in a way.
And and I guess you never know. In your "Didn't Mean It" video,
Hmm.
you put like the domestic violence hotline, and you put information. Walk me through that. Did you feel like music was a strong medium? Was it therapeutic to incorporate some of where your heart was to help others?
Hmm. And that song was actually about him while I was dating him. It was a studio session that I had, and we were trying to figure out a actual concept for the song. And me and him had gotten to this huge argument, and it left me crying during my studio session. And I was only 17.
Wow.
I just remember the people that were there without telling them much. I kind of was, venting a little bit, and we made that song. So that song like holds a lot like of real emotion in it. And I don't
Mm.
even know if he knew if it was about him. I'm sure he should. But when we partnered up with the hotline and we did all that, like the calls increased by 50%. And to me, if that was the only take that I could get from it, to me, that was the best part about it. I had so many DMs of people being like, like I didn't think I could get out of it. I didn't think that anybody else was going through the same thing as me. Like you're showing me that I can get out of it and there is something better. Because a lot of times we don't think there is anything better because these people beat you down to the point where you're like,
Mhm.
nobody's ever going to want you. This is it for you.
And you're
This,
scared, right?
yeah. And you're scared because you're like, maybe he's not lying to me. Maybe this is
But
my life.
what if the next one's worse?
Exactly. Because they could be.
Hmm.